The world you live in today was born from fire, from screams that echoed across battlefields, from decisions that cost millions of lives. Before the internet, before skyscrapers, before modern nations existed, the world tore itself apart, not once, but twice. These were not just wars, they were turning points of human history. At the dawn of the 20th century, the world was restless. Empires ruled vast lands. Factories roared with progress. But beneath the surface, anger was growing. Nations competed for power. Militaries expanded. Pride replaced reason. And alliances turned neighbors into enemies waiting for a reason to strike. That reason came in 1914. One gunshot ended peace. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand pulled the world into World War I. Young men marched to war believing it would be over in weeks. They were wrong. They dug trenches and lived in darkness, surrounded by mud, rats, and death. Machine guns turned bravery into slaughter. Poison gas burned lungs and blinded eyes. Tanks crushed everything in their path. Battles like the Somme and Verdun became killing fields. Millions died for land that barely moved on a map. A soldier wrote home, "Every day I survive feels like a mistake the war hasn't corrected yet." By 1918, the world was broken. 16 million were dead. Empires collapsed, and silence replaced gunfire. But peace was an illusion. In 1919, the Treaty of Versailles punished Germany harshly. Humiliation replaced healing. Hunger replaced hope. Across Europe, desperation gave birth to dangerous ideas. Fascism promised strength. Communism promised equality. Nationalism promised revenge. The world didn't heal. It waited, and then it exploded again. In 1939, Nazi Germany invaded Poland. World War II had begun. This time, there were no limits. Cities burned from the sky. Tanks swept across borders. Entire nations were erased in weeks. Stalingrad became a frozen graveyard. D-Day turned beaches into blood-soaked battlefields. The war reached every continent. But nothing compares to the Holocaust. 6 million Jews were murdered, not in battle, but in cold, calculated genocide. Men, women, children, killed for simply existing. History had crossed a line humanity can never erase. Yet even in the darkest hours, light survived. Women built weapons, flew planes, crocked codes. Minorities fought for freedom they didn't yet have. Civilians risked everything to save strangers. In 1945, the world witnessed a new terror. Atomic bombs erased Hiroshima and Nagasaki in seconds. The war ended, but the damage was permanent. 70 million lives were gone. From the ashes, the United Nations was formed, a promise that humanity would never allow this again. But fear replaced bullets. The Cold War began. Nuclear weapons stood ready to end everything. Still, the wars changed society forever. Empires fell. Civil rights rose. Women demanded equality. The world rebuilt, wiser but scarred. Behind every number was a face, a family, a story. A veteran once said, "We didn't fight to be heroes. We fought so our children wouldn't have to." The world wars taught humanity its darkest lesson, but also its strongest truth. Hatred destroys, silence kills, and peace is a choice. The echoes of valor still speak to us today, not as a warning of the past, but as a responsibility for the future. Remember them, learn from them, and never forget the cost of war.